and Robin Williams. Robin Williams, let's I don't care what nobody say, okay? Robin Williams did not kill herself.
Every night. Shit ain't been the same since I died.
Lil' Kim, the first rap bitch to shake up the charts. Act like I ain't the leader of this million bitch march. Who got y'all rocking the Prada, the Gucci, Dior, Chanel, Versace, and Louis? Please, I'm the reason this rap game is unisex. I'm the reason bitches want bigger breasts. Show some respect where respect is due. Without who? Without me, there be no you.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Sweet the Queen. First of all, I was trying to find the cord to my ring light so I could, like, spruce up the lighting a little bit more, because the lighting is okay, but it could be better, so we're going to get straight into it. Orlando Brown, is he trolling or is he crying out for help? Now, personally, I don't really have a real strong opinion of either or, because I haven't really watched or studied the case, the case, so to speak, like a lawyer, like a lawyer and shit like that. I haven't really studied, when he pop up in the news, the story, it's always he said some wild shit, you know what I'm saying? That's always the headline. He said something crazy, and it's for me, and I was just asking my boyfriend, I'm like, why don't? Because this is a couple of parts. Now, this time I jot down some, because when it's a lengthy, deep topic, I know my mind be jumping into things. But this time I wrote down some pointers to try to stay on track a little bit, right? So, and I'm like, why don't, because, he was a child Disney star. Raven was a Disney star. Scott Jackson was a Disney star. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I had to stop myself in the midst of talking. Where are all the male Disney stars at? There's Orlando Brown, but then remember, the Dylan, the twins, Zach and Cody. That's so, the dude from what's his name? High School Musical. Where are the Disney men at? That's because we know Ariana Grande. I don't care what nobody say. This is Mariah the Scientist is Sam from whatchamacall. It's so crazy. I saw somebody say that. It was Sam and Mariah the Scientist is the same person. It's I can't unsee it now. But it's Raven, where she's on The View. We see Scott Jackson, she's pregnant, and we see where all the women went. Where are all the men at? You know what I'm saying? Orlando Brown is so crazy. Remember, Orlando Brown was in That's So Raven too, but what about the little brother, Corey in the house, and where he at? You know what I'm saying? It's so, so that's crazy. As I'm talking, that thought came to my head. It's where all the men at? So that leads me into, it kind of leads into my topic. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like that's a sign that it's true. That's a sign that it's real. And I'm going to tell y'all what I'm talking about, what I'm going with. So is he playing, is he crying out for help, or is he clout chasing and, just trying to run up a bag? Because that's what, somebody said. Somebody said that he said on Instagram, somebody said that he said he get paid to act like this. I'm waiting for them, to say because I didn't see that for myself. I don't go off people's word. That's just how I am. I just don't go off people's word. It just is what it is. I'm not. And so I want people, and I feel like people can trust me, but I don't trust a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really take people's word for stuff. Somebody say something or repeat something. If I didn't see or hear it for myself, that's the type, you know what I'm saying? I don't really take people's word for stuff unless I can verify it on the back end. I just really don't take people's word for stuff unless I can verify it. So, they was in the comments saying that he said that he got paid to act like this. And I'm like, well, paid by who? Who would pay him? These are the questions that I start asking. Who would pay him to discredit himself and to make himself look untrustworthy, and to make now, if somebody was saying that he's being paid to push a crazy black man narrative, now I could believe that. But for somebody that, that could be what he meant if he said that, if he indeed said that, that could be what he meant. But at the same time, it's like it goes into, it's, like I said, it's gonna get y'all gotta follow me. I'm gonna try to keep up with my notes. I'm gonna try to keep up. But just so I don't forget stuff. Like I said, me personally, I haven't really, my honest first opinion is that it was a cry for help. Like who would, you gotta be some type of diabolical clout chaser to just come on the internet just saying some random ass shit to get, like, that's just, there's not much clout chasing in the world. But some people could feel like and look like they do anything for clout. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but me personally, that's me personally. I don't know. It's like to make yourself look, and then that goes into my next point, because that I like to go off of what makes sense. Like, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Now, like I said, if he's being paid to push a black man crazy narrative, then bravo, he's doing a good fucking job. But to just get paid to act like that for no reason, like, you people don't believe, and let me go. People don't believe you when you say stuff, and that's one thing that I would hate to be looked at ever as a liar type shit. Like, that's just not one of my characteristics type shit. Say what you want about me, but you can never say that. So it's like, why? Like, even like what I was saying with the croissant situation, like, why would you come out and say, because it's like you're embarrassing yourself too. Like, for you to say whatever situation, whatever, especially how you say, like, you're embarrassing yourself too. It's not like you're just, because the latest crazy thing he said was that him and his mom and father, and that's not he was like him and his I don't know, I don't even want to get all graphic detail, all that. He said him and his mother and father thing. And then he said, I have a baby by my mother and father. That was like, well, your father can't get pregnant, so what does that mean? Like, it's just like little shit like that, like, what? Like, it's just shit that just make you go, what? But it's like, on one hand, could maybe just like Jaguar White, right? People think that she, is unhinged and crazy and all that. What if these people are actually, what if 100% was telling the truth, right? Just think about that for 1 second. What if 100% they was telling the truth? They either gonna have one, people don't believe them because they think they're crazy, or they was on drugs, or, they're a delinquent, or whatever the case may be. They're either gonna not believe them, right? Or they're gonna, I was say they're either gonna not believe them. Yeah, see, that's the thing, because if somebody was to believe them, that means somebody's in trouble. If somebody was to believe any of Jaguar's stories, with the Diddy and if somebody was to believe, if they actually tell the truth, and Orlando Brown, like, he spoke about, being abused and things like that in the industry, a little bit here and there from what I know of. So if they were telling the God honest truth, somebody in trouble and somebody need to go to fucking jail, right? So maybe y'all gotta follow me, because it might sound, so maybe, right? Either somebody on the higher ups on the inside, their credibility, because I guess because I guess once you on drugs, I guess your credibility, it just automatically, to, even though that doesn't mean anything, but just automatically, oh, they're on drugs, so people are gonna automatically chuck it up to, he's on drugs, he's great. That's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, what happened with the Orlando Brown situation. I'm like, how you come from, that's so Raven, people was loving you, fucking with you. He was in the little movies, Disney movies here and there. Like, he was in major pain when he was little. Like, he was a child star, like, since little. So it's like, I gotta give credit where it's due. Goddamn Zoe, I am Zoe. Hey, bitch. he had made in his, I think at the last or the Monday, Messy Monday before last, because you know Orlando Brown was in Messy Monday before, saying something crazy, or the last other week, and he was saying something. Well, it was somebody else. It was Orlando Brown or somebody else. I forgot who the other person was. But Zoe was saying something. He was like, child, like, maybe they playing crazy for protection. Was it Jaguar White? It could have been Jaguar White. It could have been Jaguar White he was talking about. But I'm not too sure. I could have sworn it was maybe another man, another male figure. So, like, he was like, and I'm like, like, I've thought about that, but I haven't really thought about that. Like, the only time I ever heard about somebody trying to play crazy is so they won't go to jail. Like, so in court, like, you play insanity and, so you won't go to jail and all that. But I never seen or heard of nobody just playing crazy for no fucking reason. Because it's like, it's not like, well, from what we know, it's not like anybody's after Orlando Brown. It's not like he has beef with anybody. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for him to have to be, I don't know. Maybe at one point in time he got spooked and nervous, and then started acting like this. But this is what I meant to say. Like I was saying, if what he's saying is the truth, him and Jaguar White, if what they say is true, that means somebody needs to go to jail. Like, somebody needs to go to jail. So what if, like how what I Am Zoe was saying, that in some way the whole playing crazy is for protection? Because it's like, when Orlando Brown speak, like, shoot, when he said what he said tonight, or, on the live, on the Twitch or whatever, I mean, some of them, they did a little uncomfortable face or movement or whatever, but it was like laughs a little bit. Like he was joking. People always think that he's joking. And I remember, I'll never forget this. I said this in my video, being woke and sleep at the same time. Y'all go check that out. Being woke and sleep at the same time. And I guess I kind of touched on that a little bit. Like, he's sitting here basically talking about his trauma, and black people just think it's funny. Like, and I'll never forget, that video was like about a Twitter post. It was around the time when Black Panther came out. Black Panther 2 or one of them, something like that. And they were saying how black people, we was going to get powers at 12 o'clock. And no, not black. Well, it was after Black Panther, but it was something like some type of, I want to, not time, not daylight savings time or nothing like that, but it was some type of, I forgot, but they was joking around saying that black people was going to get their powers and stuff. Like, this was after Black Panther though. And somebody was like on the Twitter, and this prompted me making that video, being woke and sleep at the same time, because he was like, you see, like, black people, like, basically black people can never take nothing serious. Like, y'all always think something is a game, always think something is funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like, it's like on one hand, damn, my brother, it's Twitter, relax, take a joke. But then on the other hand, maybe black people do be joking too much and don't be taking shit serious enough all the time. Because why is this man sitting here talking about he had, with his mother and father, had a baby by them and stuff, and people is just laughing or saying he crazy and all, like, that's some, like, like, that's some, first of all, nasty shit. Like, then, like, it's not. So, and this is what I mean. On one hand, you got people laughing at him. Oh, he always saying some crazy shit. He making some shit up. And on the other hand, it's like you got people like, damn, yo, the industry done really fucked this man up. Like, everybody around him done fucked this man up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, in the middle of it all, he's making money and, everything off of, everything. He's still booked and busy. First of all, how they even found him to get him on this live? Let's start there. How did they even find him to get him on this live? All right. And now I'm going to just keep talking. When a little later, I'm going to get a little more off topic, but it's still on topic. But I'm not going to put none of that in the title or nothing, because it wasn't a conversation that I really was supposed to have. but I want to I have to share it with somebody because it just goes too much with this topic. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like, it's hard. And this is why I guess I never really tried to hunker down, because it's like, it would be too confusing. I would really have to study him and to watch and see, like, to go through the interviews and see what all led to how he's acting now, or whatever. And it's like, not for nothing. Not for nothing. And see, this is why, see, not for nothing. What the person said, like, if he's paid to act like that, he could be paid to act like that, but it does kind of, because why is he always in interviews and like, you know, like how the person was saying, it's not like he's in any shows or anything right now. So how is he getting money? How is he making money to be in suits? I didn't see him in a suit, but that's what the person said in the comments. He got suits and all this other stuff and money and stuff. So how is he doing all this? And it's like, why is he still in the limelight and in the public like that? Like, because he's not booked and busy. And this, see, this is the type of shit I'm telling you. This it's happening live. It's happening live, like right before your eyes when shit start clicking. Why? And that's why I told the girl. She was like, "Oh, they said he said that he was paid to act like this." And I commented. I said, on the flip side, I'll give you one even better. I'll even say this. What if he was paid to say he was paid to do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if that part was the paid part? For him to go out there and be like, you know, you paid. Like, nobody gonna believe you anyway. And two, it just keeps this crazy black man unhinged narrative going, right? But what's the motive behind it, though? Like, you know, like, as if this man knows something. Like, what's the motive of keeping him? Because, you know, some stars, like I said, where all the other men at? You don't see none of the other Disney stars. The little one that played Raven's little brother and shit. Like, you don't see none of them out here wilding out or doing Shia LaBeouf. You know, Shia LaBeouf had his little moments back, you know, but he cleaned that shit up real quick. Like, you know, it's like, where's all the this? But I'm trying to get all of this out before I get to the men and to the men part of everything, what I was saying. So I like I said, I don't know. I would have to really study and listen to what he's saying and stuff like that but me personally, and for it to make where it makes sense, I just don't see somebody embarrassing themselves. Fuck embarrassing somebody else. You're embarrassing yourself doing all of that. Like, you're embarrassing yourself saying all these raunchy, ancestral, like, abuse things. Like, you're embarrassing yourself too. Like, because you putting all your business out. Then, you know, with men, y'all know how, you know, some, you know, when men get abused, you know, the whole gay straight thing, you know, you're putting that out there. You're putting, like, it's like you keep continuously, and like I said, it's either one. Now, if somebody's paying him to do this, like I said, I guess it's to push the black crazy man narrative, but that's just, him being paid to do this just does not make fucking sense. It does not make sense. But, because paid to do it, like, it's not like people are following him or, anyway, if he's being paid to do it, to push this black man, I guess kudos to him. It's like, to me, and let me tell you something, let's go into that. Let me tell you something about my intuition and why I need to get back in tune with my intuition, because my intuition was so fire at one point that if I thought something, like if a thought crossed my mind, it was true. And what I mean by, like, what I just said, my intuition was so fire at one point that it used to be scary. Because it's like, why every time that I think something, it comes true? Or I think about something and it's real. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess I don't know, naturally or subconsciously, I kind of like toned back and fell back from that. But let me tell you something about, and like I said, and I feel like it seems more like it's so for protection because I feel like other celebrities do the same thing. Not really other men. Let's go into the men. Other men, male celebrities do the same thing. Because I would say, like, even the whole Jaguar White. So I think he had to be talking about Jaguar White. Because it's like Jaguar White and Orlando Brown is like one and the same. Like, you know, it's like they had to have a male and a female to, you know, do the same thing. And, you know, we know that in the world, like, you know, once you start talking too much, you know, to the wrong ears or whatever, bad things can happen to you. Like, if you really know, like, you start talking too much to the wrong people, bad things can happen to you. Unaliving type things can happen to you. Like Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. Like, we about to go there. We going. So, when you start, like I said, when you start talking too much or when you start getting too big for your britches in people's eyes, they gotta cut you back down type of thing. It's like, I feel like to stay under the radar, and this is what I was saying, some celebrities use different methods to not end up like Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and Robin Williams. Robin Williams, I don't care what nobody say, okay? Robin Williams did not kill himself. Okay, like y'all could, my cancer brother, Robin Williams, he didn't kill himself. And that's just, like I said earlier, about my intuition. Once I think it's true. Back in the day, YouTube used to be really unhinged. YouTube used to have everything on there, like, you know, celebrity autopsies and all this other stuff, like all these conspiracy videos and all this other stuff. And long story short, I saw Robin Williams' autopsy and the belt in the neck, and it's just like, first of all, what kind of belt was this? Belts is that strong to be like, you know, belt? It was so thick. Like, what kind of belt was this? What kind of belt was this? The way his neck was looking, and it looked as if somebody held his legs and hung on, and so that's how deep and imprinted the mark on his neck was. Like, it wasn't like a body just, I gotta go a little, because they don't really show and put these things out there no more like that. Because I gotta go see, like, how long was he hanging there for his neck to look the way that it did. And, like, like I said, before Robin Williams passed, he was supposed to be, like, into buying a network or, you know, those type of contracts. Like I said, when you get too big for your britches, they will cut you down. And not for nothing, I feel like also too, let's go into the Hollywood thing. Because Orlando's there. Let's go to the Hollywood thing. I feel like Robin Williams, you know, he didn't really want to do the dresses, Mrs. Doubtfire shit no more. Too. And that was another thing that's like, you gonna do what we tell you to do. And he was like, no, I'm not. And you know what I'm saying? So I feel like since things like that been happening, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, they use other methods. They'll either try to put you in jail, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, or they'll either unalive, put you in jail by saying you're a graper, and a Lester, and with the M, you know, a Lester, and you children, and, you know, they'll start putting all these narratives on you to, you know what I'm saying, to get people to turn their backs on you, to just leave you hanging by yourself. Because that's what they did to R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and stuff like that. So I feel like with things like that happening, people started to catch on. Celebrities, men, started to catch on. Even like, well, not for the catching on part, but for the Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, like with the whole, like, you know, they dresses things. They dressing up like women's things. Tyler Perry did his dressing up like women thing, right? I feel like once you satisfy Hollywood, once you satisfy them, they'll leave you alone. So what I mean by that, like Tyler Perry, he's doing good. He's, you know, amazing. That's the GOAT one, you know, after R. Kelly, you know, like I told y'all in that R. Kelly was Tyler Perry before Tyler Perry was Tyler Perry with the whole trapped in the closet shit or whatever. So yeah, like once you satisfy Hollywood, like initiation, like they call, like, you know, a lot of in Hollywood, you know, it's the gay, you know, the gay shit, you know, for the men, you know, there a lot of that was like the main one for the men to be initiated into the fall. That's like a lot of stuff that's going on with the Diddy thing. I mean, I don't know. Meek Mill denying that shit like a motherfucker, but I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I wasn't there. I told Diddy was guilty, but with the whole Meek Mill thing, I don't know. They wasn't matching outfits and shit like that. I don't know. So, but it's that whole, even if he didn't do it, even if Meek Mill didn't do nothing, it's like he got the stigma of gay now. Like he got the essence of gay surrounding his name. And stuff like that is good enough for Hollywood. Like as long as you're tarnished in some type of way of fashion, to say like we got something over you. Like we got something on you. Or you gave us something in exchange for what we're giving you. Like, and like I said, with the whole Hollywood thing, it's the men in dresses. Like, you know, a lot of people feel like straight men shouldn't be in dresses. And it is what it is, you know, for obvious reasons. It just is what it is. So men wearing dress, that was Martin Lawrence. He got in. Eddie Murphy, he got in. Tyler Perry got in. Right? I feel like people started changing up the game, like 50 Cent. I feel like 50 Cent is another one. They do enough to get in to Hollywood and fly right there, like right above. Like I'm up there, but I'm not up there with the higher ups, but I'm right there though. And I'm a little good. Like I'm good because I got my money, you know, because once they got the money, that's why they have to have, because once they get the money, they're going to be unstoppable. You know, you can't really touch them once they got their own money. Like Tyler Perry got his own money. Tyler Perry got his own studio and stuff. Tyler Perry is low-key untouchable right now, a little bit. 50 Cent, like, with 50 Cent. See, because, you know, y'all gay, not gay, not for 50, but that whole, when 50 Cent came out and was basically going back and forth with his son on national fucking internet, like disowning him, calling him all types of, I want to say he called him a leech and all types of names and, oh, you grown, I don't got to take care of you, I don't got to do nothing for you. It's just like, a cancer said that to their kid? That was 50 Cent's way in. Because there's no fucking way. First of all. Second of all, and I've been thinking about this ever since the shit happened. Like, him and his son probably have, you know, a little behind the scenes. Listen, son, we gonna go out there. Because at the end of the day, none of these conversations they had to be public. None of these conversations, but for some reason, 50 Cent and his son brung that shit to the fucking internet. Where he's disowning his son online and all this other stuff. A black man mistreating his son for the world to see. He's in. That got 50 in. A black man willing to dress up like a woman and parade around like a girl. You're in. You're in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, who was the other one? See, Little Uzi. I feel like, and this is Little Uzi and Young Thug together, right? Little Uzi and Young Thug at one point, I said this on Twitter, I put it on Instagram. Little Uzi and Young Thug at one point together was wearing the dresses and the purses. They was doing that shit together. They started out coming out with that shit together. But then Young Thug went over there with Uncle Tip, and got some sense knocked into him, talked into him and shit. And then next thing you know, this nigga got a fucking Rico. Like, Little Uzi kept going with the dresses and the purses and stuff. He good. He ain't never get no case, no Rico, no nothing. Young Thug, however, Went over there with Uncle T.I., got some sense talk to him, lifestyle. The next thing you know, Little Uzi got a pass. Young Thug did not. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going with this? I even felt like, I said, what if, because 50 Cent had posted about Uzi on stage with a person. I said, my nigga, I know you did the same thing. You did a different way, but I know how you got your way in. You know what I'm saying? You, Little Uzi, he, and I said, well, for him not to end up like Young Thug, what if he did, like, the whole extra, the gay, metrosexual, what if he is, doing that to stay free, like to stay out of the limelight of the you know what I'm saying, to stay out of, to keep from becoming a target, And I say all that to say, let's go back to Orlando. And this is why I say, like, because it's like, what is the purpose of him just looking crazy like this for no reason? It makes sense that more so, like, he just trying to tell his truth. But then that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, because he's still making money at the same time. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, is it clout chasing? Or is he really, like, trying to get this trauma off his chest? Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, the different methods, like, I feel like that's a real thing. Like, that's a real situation that needs to be, like, and I said I didn't want to talk about it because if that's true, right? I mean, my intuition tells me that it is. But if it is, then I just snitched on them. I just snitched on, you know what I'm saying? I just snitched on 50 Cent and Tyler Perry, mostly because, like I said, 50 Cent and Tyler got their money together to where they more so untouchable, you know what I'm saying? But they still had to pay to get in the club type shit. Like 50 Cent with his, But see, I just, yeah, I would still say that, because even though Tyler Perry was doing Madea on his own and all that, and like, they probably, the higher ups wasn't looking at it like that. They're like, oh, he likes to wear a dress. Oh, we love him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they gave Tyler 2 passes type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyler was doing that shit, like, So, no, then this is no disrespect. I love the Big Mama's House series. I love the Clumps. I love Madea. I do. But there is a thing, like, with this Hollywood stuff. Like, they had Patrick Swayze in a dress. I remember, when people first saw that picture again, this wasn't even from the To Wong Fu movie. This was a just random picture of Patrick Swayze just standing in a dress, like a black dress on the beach like this for no reason. Like, it's just like, what was that for? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I would have to have watched this man to study. Maybe that's where the direction they wanted him to go with his career, with the dresses and all that, and he didn't want to do it. Or maybe he's just playing crazy for money. Maybe ain't nothing wrong with the man. He just say random shit for money. But that's a hard one for me to believe, because was he ever diagnosed with like a mental illness or something like that? Because that's just too hard for me to believe that somebody would just embarrass themselves like that for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or is he getting paid to do it like the people say he said? Is he getting paid to push this crazy black man, just like the mad black woman narrative? Is he getting paid to push this out there? You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. But all I know is that it's a possibility that these people be doing this stuff for protection. That makes more sense than you just getting paid to tell disgusting stories online. Like, he need to make him a YouTube channel. He need to do something else if he knew. It don't make sense that somebody is paying him to do that. And that's what I was trying to get the person in the comments to understand. I'm like, even if he's being paid to do this, or he's reaching out for help by telling these stories, and then that's the sad. What if on the flip side, Oh, okay, no, we talked about that because I was like, what if he's telling the truth? But shit, then what if he's lying? But that's like, I just don't see that. Like, that's like for somebody to have to keep making up. You know, like I said, I would have to study and see how he talk, how he react. Because, you know, when people lying, they do certain shit. Like, they do certain things. Like, you know, just to see, has he told the same story more than once? Has he repeated a story? You know, little things like that. But I just haven't really been up on it, you know, to be honest with you. And I feel like, you know, once he first came out, you know, he was unhinged and on drugs or whatever, that was all she wrote. Because now that's all they're going to use. Oh, ex-drunk, drugged Disney star Orlando Brown. That's what they're going to put in, you know, to describe in the name. Like, you know. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I was saying, my phone cut off, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if his trauma is real. If his trauma is real, then everybody's sitting here laughing and joking about it, which is fucked up. If he's faking, like, that's fucked up. Like, it's just, like I said, but from what I've seen, I don't think he's faking. I think he's just unhinged. I don't think he's playing crazy. I think he might really be, you know, but just because he might be unhinged a little bit, don't mean he's lying. Just like I said with the whole Krishan shit. Like, just because she's stupid for Blueface awards, you know, she's changed her life around or whatever from what, you know. Just because she was stupid for Blueface and was doing all the stupid stuff, don't mean she's gonna lie and say that her sister did something to her that she didn't really fucking do. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's being one thing and being a liar is two totally different things. So just because he was on drugs or whatever, like, you know, don't mean that he's lying and making up stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that people need to break out of. Like, you know, I really want to come up with some more story times because, like, when I tell you I've been through some shit in my life, I mean that shit. Like, from the depths of my soul, I've been through some shit. From childhood to now, like, relationships, like, friendships, like, youth, like, I've been through some shit. So it's like, just because, and I've met a lot of people, a lot of different people, some of the most thorough people you could meet could be homeless, on drugs. Like, just because they homeless or on drugs don't mean they don't got common sense, or don't mean they're stupid, or, like, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't judge a book by its cover. Like, I live by that. Don't judge a book by its cover, and treat other people how you want to be treated. Those are two, like, codes. Those are two codes that I live by. You greet the janitor and the CEO the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, I honestly think the man is telling the truth. They say, like I said, I need to see this interview for myself. I gotta see it for myself. I can't go off what other people say about what, oh, he said he get paid for this. He already told y'all that. Where was I? I never seen this. That interview didn't go viral when he said, oh, I get paid to act like this. Why that interview didn't go viral? My memory running low, but like I said, y'all just think about what I said, because it really don't happen to women like that. It really don't happen to women like that. Like, oh yeah, I meant to say, with Bill Cosby, it was talks about him buying NBC, or parts buying NBC, part buying in before his charges came, and before R. Kelly's charges came. His masters, he was inquiring about, you know, where his money is. Where's the money for his masters? $980 million worth. All of a sudden, here comes some charges, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe Orlando just don't want that to happen to him. So he's playing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like what Zoe said, like, protection, either that or the Robin Williams special. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, so I can see somebody playing crazy for survival. Y'all either gonna kill me, put a charge on me, say I'm touching kids or something, or you So I'm just gonna play crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, it's the one that makes the most sense to me. So like I said, at one point, like I said, that's how my intuition was. If I thought something, the fact that it crossed my mind mean that it has something is true all the way, or part of it is true. It got some truth to it. It happened. It happened. Like I said, y'all, I don't know. See, they done wiped the internet. Like, you can't even find some of these celebrity autopsies no more. I seen Tupac autopsy, Marilyn Monroe. Like, you know, it's and for the record, I'm outside of, you know, YouTube and outside of my business, I'm studying to be a funeral director. So that's why I was interested in looking into stuff like that back before when it was on YouTube, like the autopsies and stuff like that, because that's just what I do, or what I, you know. But I just don't, just like I don't believe. You see how I strongly believe that Robin Williams didn't kill himself. But I don't know about Orlando. I don't know, because he's, you know what I'm saying, he's continuously going, whether he being paid or crying out for help, he's still going with it. You know what I'm saying? He's still going with it. So I don't know, y'all. I just wanted to put this out there while it was fresh on my head, because I'm like, I can't go to bed. It's like 4 in the morning, about to be 5 in the morning. I'm like, I was doing a little cleaning and stuff. I'm like, I got it, because it was just the way it was, you know, right there on my head. And I'm like, that's incest? Incest. He's going to come out and say his parents, like, if it's not true, just like with Krishan, that incest? And like I said, and see, that's so crazy, you know, let me not, I already told y'all about that whole R. Kelly daughter thing. I already told y'all, but that's what I'm saying. But you see, let's go down the line. R. Kelly daughter, I said she was lying. Krishan, I said she was telling the truth. Orlando, I don't know. I honestly don't know, because people do anything for clout. People do anything, but that's deep. Like, that's some deep lie to say you, your mother, your father, whatever. That's deep. That's deep. You know, for it to just be for no reason. Like I said, R. Kelly daughter have a reason for lying. Or she got a reason. But what's it? It's not going to get him no, like, you know what I'm saying? If anything's going to get him disowned by the rest of his family, they're going to be looking, so it's just like he's disowned by his mother and father now, but I'm getting paid to say it. So what, that don't, it just don't, just don't sit right. It just don't sit right. But I think that's it. I'm going to try to edit this, you know, put this together and all that. But y'all, please, let me know what y'all think. And like I said, I'm going to try not to put nothing else in the title, because I wanted this to be focused on Orlando. And I said, like I said, I don't want to be snitching on the people. Like, what if they is trying to, like, what if, I'm not going to say what if, because like I said, you know, but what if it is true and I just told on them? So, I don't know. But let me know what y'all think down below. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Hit that subscribe. Y'all playing with that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Put, you know, click all notifications, you know, all that. Like, I'm trying to, you know. And, you know, subscribe to your girl, Sweet the Queen. But, it's sad. But if he's doing it for clout, it's sad. And if it really happened, that shit is sad as fuck. But I'll see y'all later.